Thank you. So now, wow. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'm happy that position of sats actually has 1,000 sats. It's out. It's out. Actually, I believe it's out for the business partner that we're assisting during the day at 15 hours in our sessions for the training session that we have at 15 hours CAT, which these training sessions run from Mondays, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, actually, for at 15 hours, where people learn and interact using their own languages, to understand the trading tasks better inside the Royal Queue. So now at the moment, looking onto the screen, please welcome to those that are just joining us. I see leader CJ, please welcome in New York there. We have leader Rafael Chifana in Botswana. I hope Bongani, you should be in South Africa if that's the case. And then leader Cyril, I will say it's in Johannesburg, and I'm in Pretoria. So yeah, business partners, looking at what is happening on the screens there, it's you can see he's on the home page. May you please just move the page up? Let's look at how other coins have performed today. That somehow also, yes, thank you. That's enough. Can you please click on change at the heading of the green column? It's changed. When you click there, we're going to see the performance of the coins in ascending or descending order there, those that have performed the most and so forth. He clicked there, business partners. You can see quick, it's up 37%, 37.51% there. And then I've just been looking at Sun. I know there are people who are holding Sun, and I don't know if they are aware that Sun actually has been pumping since yesterday. And then it means if someone has a Sun position, that may be paused, meaning it's going to be under stopped, the page of stopped on the strategy page. We're going to look at that. Then what they need to do is simply activate it and close the position. That is to collect profit, for instance. And it might happen that even tomorrow, it can continue to pump. You can say Sun, it's coin number 3 from the top, quick, and then there's a VIDT there, and below it's SUN. That is the one I'm talking about. You can see it's currently selling at 0.1698, and then it may continue to pump. It seems like we'll just see how actually it continues to move this week. So it has done so well since yesterday, and then it might be possible that some of our partners are actually floating in profit on that SUN coin. So now, with that being highlighted, we know that our method of trading, the strategy that we're actually employing at the moment is Signature Smart SBMRTS. The SBMRTS is an acronym for Sub-Bin Mode Real-Time Settlement. That is the strategy mode that we are using inside the Royal Queue to literally take advantage of the ups and downs. That is the volatility of the market. And then we're going to be looking into that. So what we will do now is leader Cyril will go to, I don't know if you want to unmute yourself there because you are on Google. Leader Cyril has stopped sharing. What he's going to do is he's going to share. We want to go to his positions for today and look at how actually they performed. And also, leader Cyril, there's something that actually happened today in our session where a business partner, that is Musima Nswane, actually recommended 1,000 sats, that the movement of that coin, it's good, and she's been trading that coin for some weeks now, and she has collected good profits from it. So we are also looking at the coins that move better in terms of volatility or activity, like the fluctuation of the price on daily basis, business partner. Whether it's going up or down, we want a coin that it's moving, because with that, it means liquidity. And when there's liquidity, people have opportunities to buy low and then sell high. Leader Cyril, you're not sharing at the moment. We're just actually waiting for that. Let me just quickly also join through my other phone, my phone here, to check if I'm able to access these sessions quickly. I'm doing that now. Okay, thank you. You're sharing, so we can go back to Royal Q. We're going back to Royal Q. We know Bongani, it's still new here. Trading in Royal Q, Bongani, money is in your own exchange. You don't give your money to Royal Q. Royal Q is the execution platform. Execute trades for you. It will be buying and selling for you inside your own exchange. So when you trade with Royal Q, you don't risk losing your own money. I'm just quickly asking Leader Cyril, the one that is sharing now, to please click at the top left corner there where there's a logo of Binance. You'll see there's a drop down arrow there. You click on it, and then a pop-up dialog box will appear showing us different exchanges that one can actually open and then send their own money to those exchanges. Leader Cyril will click at the top left corner there where there's a logo of the exchange Binance. So that one is the news. One step back, and then we want not that one, that is security where you are at now. We want at the top left corner, there's a logo. Where there's a logo of Binance, there's also an arrow pointing downwards. Yes, thank you, Sam. So now, Bongani, you can see these are the exchanges. These are your digital banks. That is where you keep your trading capital. You're not sending your trading capital to Royal Q. Royal Q does not keep users' money. What Royal Q does is simply trade for you. That is after you've paid the subscription of 120 USDT, is once per annum. You'll then be able to connect your Royal Q to your own exchange. We do that through API. That is application programming interface. That's what enables the linkage between your exchange and then your execution platform, Royal Q. And then what Royal Q will be doing is simply to trade for you, and then you choose your own portfolio. Say, for instance, you want Royal Q to trade Bitcoin for you only, then Royal Q will be trading Bitcoin. So it doesn't just trade randomly. You are the one who chooses what coins to trade, for instance. And it's possible to also trade on all of these exchanges if you so desire, for instance. You can see Binance, for instance. There's Binance, which is also leading in the world. We have HTX, Indodex, there's Kraken, and then Bybit, OKX, KuCoin, and then M exchange there. So all these exchanges, people out there can choose which one they want to use. But I know Indodex mainly is for people in the Indonesia, and I had those in Singapore also use that. And Kraken is mainly those in America. They actually make use of Kraken. So you'll get to know more about these exchanges. You may think of exchanges in line with brokerage firms or brokers for people who do Forex. But this one is not Forex. And that's the reason why our money is held inside the exchanges, for instance. So you trade with peace of mind, knowing that your money is with the best exchanges globally. If you're to check online, you will see that Binance actually handles billions of dollars on daily basis. So you'll be able to check that, and you will see how massive this platform is. Now, thank you, sir, for sharing those exchanges with us. So if you are here, someone has invited you to this. The same person that informed you of Royal Q, it's your sponsor, Bongani. You'll then get a link from your sponsor. That is a link for Royal Q for you to sign up on Royal Q, and then also download the Royal Q app. And then not only that, if you don't have an exchange as yet, don't just go and sign up online, for instance. Rather, ask for a link of Binance or any exchange that you want to make use of. Use the link from your sponsor, and then you also stand a chance to get some rebates actually, and even some airdrops at times for people who are registered on the exchanges and also have verified their own accounts. They stand a chance to get some promotional offers, for instance, from such exchanges. So that's what we encourage. And then with Royal Q, don't wait until you have money to start trading. Start right away to actually familiarize yourself with the business. Like when you check, we're on the home page, you can see that we do have a user at the upper part. You see user guide there. And then between mentor and invite friend, there's user guide. If you click there, or when you click on more, actually, when you click on more, you'll see also we have quantitative course and so many other useful information actually for yourself in there. You are encouraged to start learning from there, and you'll see actually that this application is equipped with so much information that when you really read, consume that information, it's going to prepare you for success in trading of cryptocurrencies. So Royal Q, it's a real business. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not an ROI platform, a return on investment platform, or it's not a pyramid scheme, for instance, or a crowdfunding platform. It's not. It's a real business of trading cryptocurrencies. And if you come, you trade, say, for instance, with $10,000 or rands or so forth, that money is not taken to Royal Q. It stays in your own exchange. And your sponsor, that is the person who invited you, will not be paid, let's say, 10% referral bonus from what you are trading with. Such does not happen. Your own capital, it's in your control. And even Royal Q, we don't give it permission to make withdrawals against your own exchange, meaning that your capital will only be utilized by Royal Q inside your exchange to trade coins of your own choice. If you're trading like, let's say, XRP and Bitcoin, Royal Q will only be trading those, and strategy will be created according to your amount of capital. And trading will work like that. And there's what we call performance fee. Performance fee of Royal Q is 20%, meaning that when Royal Q makes a profit for you, Royal Q then is entitled to 20% of the profit. Let's say if Royal Q makes $100 for you, Royal Q will deduct $20 on the Royal Q side from the asset account. I would like, please, leader Cyril, to click on the asset above more. There's an asset there. There's an asset right where we are on the top right corner. That is an asset account. The same account you're looking at, Bongani, there, it's where you also deposit your money for activation. That is $120, for instance. And then you can also make a provision for gas fee or for the fuel fee. You see fuel fee there. Every time when the robot makes a profit, the robot will be deducting a certain amount of money for gas, which is, it's done actually, it's proportional to the profits that are generated on the exchange side. Now, the good thing is that this is a software of artificial intelligence. It executes its trades in real time, meaning when the robot generates a profit for you inside your exchange, the same time, the robot will be deducting its own share of profit sharing, for instance, or the commission, so to speak. Now, as you can see, this fuel fee, the top one was actually triggered at 21 minutes past 20 hours and 12 seconds, for instance, if you're to look at that. So what does that mean? It means at that time, the robot made a profit. It took profit inside the exchange. And the very same time, the robot deducted its own share, which is 20% of the profit. And in this case, it's 0.04295591 USDT. USDT is equivalent to $1. It's a stable coin tied to the United States dollar, for instance. That is Tether. So now what happens with that is those many digits, it's cryptos just like Bitcoin. is divisible to many numbers after comma, like 8 numbers, for instance. So, and that is the power of crypto, for instance. So whatever profit that the robot generates, the robot will deduct its own commission through gas or through fuel, what you see there. Now, the good news is this: Royal Q, from the 20%, they pay actually up to 90% of it back to the community. And then also in terms of $120 for activation, from that 120 for annual subscription, Royal Q only takes $40 from there, and the remaining $80 is paid back to the community on the affiliate program or on the brokerage system, for instance. You'll have time to learn more about this, and we encourage people to also click on the home page and go to rather on the main page at the bottom right. You will go there and then check user benefits. You'll learn more about the business. We're not going to go more into detail with that. As you get involved, you are trading and you're enjoying your trades and so forth, you can also perhaps opt to sharing this opportunity, which is optional, for instance. It's not a must for you to share the opportunity with people out there. And you can see on the page of asset where we are at now, there's deposit. Deposit is when you are bringing money into Royal Q, either for your gas or your fuel, so to speak, or for your annual subscription, for instance. And then we also have a withdrawal. Withdrawal, it means the $81 that you see there, perhaps you want to withdraw it for whatever reasons, you are able to withdraw your money. And then the transfer is when you send the money to another Royal Q account, maybe to your friend's account and so forth, or a family member's account. I'm just giving an example. You can then transfer from Royal Q to Royal Q account, and Royal Q does not charge you any withdrawal fee when you make an internal transfer. So it means now if you're working the business, you'll be generating some bonuses and some profit sharing that will be taking place. And then with such, you can then withdraw from Royal Q into your own exchange, whether it be Binance and so forth. You will then be growing or increasing your trading capital there. We've seen people made even more than $2 million in profits from Royal Q, even within a space of 11 months. I remember this actually occurred in the year 2021, where someone just ran with the Royal Q business, and through the team that they are building of traders in different parts of the world, profits, sharing activity keeps on happening through and through in real time. Just imagine every time when the robot makes a profit for someone that you brought on board, the robot deducts its own share, and from there it also shares with you according to your own rank. So it's something that is very good in that sense, because we have up to 6 ranks in the business. The smallest rank for beginners is a junior broker, for instance. When you're a junior broker, it means you've paid that 120 subscription, and you even have your own link to share this opportunity with other people. And not only that, you can rank up to a global partner. Global partners also tap into a share of 10% global dividends. So it's no longer about what is just happening within your team, but what is happening globally in the business. 10% of the company's revenue, for instance, is shared with leaders in different parts of the world who are at the rank of a global partner. So it's important to highlight that in Africa today, we only have 2 people who are at the rank of a global partner. And there's only one lady actually in the whole world who's actually a global partner at a global partner level. It's a very good business. It's built on a win-win principle. It's a business whereby when you trade on the spot market, it only generates profits, for instance. So you will never close your positions in a loss, or the robot will never close the positions that is trading for you in the negative on the spot market, which is very exciting. And that's the reason why we continue to fly with Royal Q business, because the users here benefit the most. So thank you so much there for sharing the asset account for us there. We would like to now go to the positions that are trading, and let's look at how markets actually moved. For some positions today, I heard it was just a go slow in terms of volatility. A lot of coins were not really moving that much. That is based on our business partners in our team, actually, business partners' positions that they are trading, for instance. There hasn't been much movement, especially with Bitcoin. So leader Cyril will come out of the asset account or page, and then from the asset page, we go to the strategy page. When you check at the bottom, you can see home is in blue. Now strategy is in blue. It means we are on the strategy page. On the strategy page, we are now looking at the accounts that are trading on this particular account. Now, if you are to check on top, you can see SOL. SOL, that is Solana. That Solana there is a coin that is currently trading, and then its position amount is $270.06. It means the amount of money that has been invested in Solana so far is $270. That is what it's there at the moment. And then you can also see margin call on. It means the robot is actually running its margin calls at the moment. It means if the market continues to dump or to go down, the robot is going to do what? It's going to buy more margin calls. And not only that, you can see also we have position quantity. Inside the brackets there for position quantity is SOL, that is for Solana. And then the quantity there is 1,852 amount of Solana that actually this position is handling. And you can see inside the brackets just above the quantity there, we have minus 531. That is minus $5, which is a floating loss. It's not a real loss. It's just a paper loss. It's just a loss on paper, but not real. That is due to the decline of the market. It's due to the depreciation of the asset ever since the robot started trading it. And then inside the brackets, you can see return rate percentage-wise. You can see at the moment, we're looking at minus 1.97%, for instance. It means the asset that this robot is holding has depreciated by minus 1.98%. And it keeps on fluctuating like that because this is a live market. Very important for us to explain that. And not only that, business partners, we also are able to see positions average price, AVG. That is average price, for instance. The average price you can see inside the brackets, we have USDT. That is to show you that the figure you see there, it is according to the United States dollar tether, or the USDT. That is a stable coin in the cryptocurrencies equivalent to the United States dollar. And then it means Solana was this amount of $270 actually, when it was invested into Solana. Averagely, Solana was trading around 145 US dollars and 82 cents. That is the average price to this position. It says to you that the amount of money that you see of 270 was invested for you into this cryptocurrency. Remember, cryptocurrencies are volatile. You know, they fluctuate. Apart from stable coins, you know, they fluctuate. And then as a result, giving people across the globe an opportunity to buy low and sell high. So if you are to check, and next to Solana, there's a logo. There's a logo of Solana. Where there's a logo, you can see SOL stroke or slash USDT, for instance. And below that, you are able to also see the market's performance of this coin in the last 24 hours, for instance. What is it that you are able to see there? You are able to see the current price of this market, which is $142 of this asset, $142.54. It keeps on fluctuating like that. And not only that, we also are able to see that at the moment, this is slightly bearish and bullish. It's actually oscillating between up and down in terms of the the candlestick, for instance, if you see the arrow becoming red pointing down or becoming green pointing up, that is to show you that the market actually is between bullish and bearish. The candlestick on the daily time frame is currently turning green and red, meaning the market at the moment is actually playing around the price level of the opening for today. That is midnight, for instance. The price at which this market was at midnight, that is where the market is at the moment. And we're going to be able to show you on the candlesticks. So inside the brackets there, we see minus 0.51%, for instance. That is just to show us that overall performance in the last 24 hours, this market has just actually dropped by minus 0.449%, which is it keeps on, it's a very small percentage. We might see a switch anytime from now, maybe going into green or going into red, but we're going to see that nicely on when we click on the candlesticks, for instance. So this is just a summary. What you see on your strategy page for your positions, business partners, it's just a summary. I will quickly just because if you are to look at even the coin above Solana, it's BTC. I think that what appears there, it's BTC, Bitcoin. If you are to look at Bitcoin now, you can see that it's so close to going into profit, the whole position actually, and it's so close to going into profit, and it has got an amount of $423. But then I'm asking myself that if Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is at is holding a position of $423.55 there, and then it is floating with minus 0.12%. That is its return rate, for instance. I'm asking myself, how actually were the margin calls actually triggered here? Currently, Bitcoin is trading at 60. Check right on top. Leader Cyril can lower down a bit the page, and so that we can see that. We're going to do something to help people, the one who's sharing, to be using something to indicate the prices that we are at. But I'm trying my best actually to let people know the figures that I'm talking about. I'm trying to guide you. So I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the above Solana. Right on top, its logo actually is obscured at the moment by Create. If leader Cyril can push the page downwards a bit, we're going to see Bitcoin open up in full. Leader Cyril, if you can slide downward a little bit so that we see the full logo of Bitcoin there. The price at the moment of Bitcoin, business partners, is currently yes. Now, thank you, sir. We can see now Bitcoin in full. We can see, business partners, that the return rate there it is so close into going into profit. But I would like us to do this because now I'm just curious, based on seeing $423 and then the position itself sitting at the floating loss for Bitcoin is minus 71 cents, for instance, if you are to look at it there now. So then I'm asking myself, what is happening with the other positions? We want to see the method of buying here. How did it take place, for instance? Can you please click on Bitcoin? We are not going to candlesticks. We want to go to transaction page. Thank you, sir. Now we are on the transaction page. And then, can you see, business partners, we have position number 7. At the top right corner, we have numbers of call margin, and we have 7. It means the robot bought, as the market was going down, for instance, the robot bought up to 7 margin calls. But we're going to check exactly how these actually were executed. Is very important. And what we will do now is this. We will click on sub bin. Currently, the tab is at strategy info. Now we want sub bin. Yes, thank you. Can you please go to the bottom of this page? Let's look at the average price for position number 7. Wow. The average price for position number 7 is, oh, okay, now I think I understand what is happening. It's 60,254 US dollars and 39 cents. So now it means a Bitcoin was selling actually, and then it just went back into the market, and then the margin configurations on the margin call drops actually they are very close. The reason why the robot has already taken $400 and something business partners, this account can afford to trade with so much. It means sub positions on the signature strategy. First to the fourth call, we have 0.1, 0.1, and then from the first call to the fourth call. Can you please click on trade setting at the bottom left so that we go to the trade settings page? Thank you, sir. Now that we are on the trade settings page, for those who are watching, you can see on top we have Smart Create, and we also have Manually Create, for instance. If you follow Smart Create, you will not need to do the things that we are doing. And then, but we have actually manually created our own strategy because there's a way we want to trade, for instance, looking into our trading capital and also the coin we are trading and so forth. You are able to do what you desire with the settings of RoyalQ. Once you pay for your subscription, RoyalQ's parameters are fully opened to you as a subscriber, ladies and gentlemen, meaning that you can do anything you want with the settings, just like what we are doing at the moment. And you can see margin call limit, we have 53 of them, but at the moment we're still sitting at margin call number 7. So now we are happy to see what we are seeing here. Now you can see that first call margin call drop is 0.1% for first call, second call, third call, fourth call also. And then call number 5, 6, I think even 7, we have 1%. Thank you, sir. Oh, even 7 is 0.5%. So this is beautiful. Then this shows us that the market, what am I saying? The margin call drops were not that huge, so to speak, because from 0.1 times 4 for the first to the fourth call is actually 0.4, and then we had another percentage for 5, another percentage for 6, which made 2.4, and then with 7 it means it was now 2.9, ladies and gentlemen. So now what made me think of the full amount is what we see at the moment. If you are to check, you can see that position number 6 was actually entered into with a multiple buy-in ratio of 25 times. So this is 25 times the first buy-in amount, which is $12. This is exactly what transpired here. That is why now we have this position with a big amount of money there, which is 400 and something dollars. It means 300 plus the margin calls of the other calls. The robot then is now currently holding a position of $400 and something. So now always it's a good practice after your call it's taken, because you don't know how the market is gonna move. It's always advisable that you go back to your BAU, that is business as usual settings. So I'm of the opinion, I don't know, call number 6, let's go and check it. He will go up just a slight downwards a bit so that we see my template. Yes, my template to the right is choose a strategy setting. He will click there, and then we want to check what is the multiple buy-in ratio for position number 6, and then he will click on the pencil, and then he will click on the margin configuration just to check the multiple buy-in ratio for call number 6, which I presume it could be 1 times actually. Click there on margin configuration, and then we'll be looking at the multiple buy-in ratio for call number 6, margin configuration. the arrow pointing to the right. Thank you, sir. Now, business partners, you can see that both of the readings on the two columns. For the heading on top is on the left hand side is margin call drop. It means if the market falls by 1% for call number 6, the robot must buy 1 times, which is going to be $12. But in this case, we understand that you can edit this at any time, which is our method of trading to safeguard our liquidity so that we stay viable and liquid, so to speak, to continue to trade, even per adventure the market plummets, for instance. It's very important to have a plan when you go into trading, for instance. You know, you must have a plan when you go into war, so to speak. So our strategy, signature smart SBM RTS, is the one that is actually enabling us to have an edge over the market always, and to always be liquid enough to respond to whatever blood that we may see in the market. Because whenever there's blood in the market, it means opportunities to buy these crypto assets much, much cheaper. So now we have seen what we wanted to check, which is 6th call. The multiple buy-in ratio is 1 times. We now currently have 25 times. So what we're going to do is we simply go into, if he so desires, he can just click on show, and after clicking on show, these settings will be applied, you know, with an understanding that there's no any other margin call that has a bigger multiple buy-in ratio, and everything will go back to default. But for us not to do that, we can just come out. We just wanted one, a reminder, we have seen that one. So what we can go now and do is we will click on margin configuration. Now we are back on trade settings. The page we're at, it was my strategy settings. Now we are on a margin configuration page. Check, always read the headings on top, and you will not have a problem. So now, okay, what is happening, it might be that you clicked on show. That is why 6th call has 1. Let's please come out. We're not going to save it. Let's come out so that people can see exactly what we're trying to do. Let's come out of the trade settings and then don't save. You click return. Yes, click return. After you've done this, it means what you had applied, it's now actually rejected. So now you can click on trade setting so that people will see that position number 6 still has 25 times and the multiple buy-in ratio. Now we click on margin configuration. This is how the margins are arranged for you for execution. Now, business partners, we can see there that we have 25 times. So now he will change that 25 times to 1, because currently the robot has taken call number 7, and then it means 6 is already absorbed. Now we just change that to 1, so to speak, and then we save at the bottom. It's always important to put big money after you have seen a dump. When the market dumps, when the market goes, when it falls, when the bears push the price downwards massively, it's then where you can go in with big money and make bigger profits, for instance. You don't rush into putting a lot of your money too soon or too early into the market, because you may be trapped and the market can continue to plummet with your money held at the higher prices, and you will be in a bigger floating loss. We don't want that. We want to trade profitably, and then it takes patient understanding and sticking to the plan, for instance. Now that we have done, let's save, let's come out, and oh, he has already saved. That's good. So now we can come out of this, and then let's look at the moment, call number 7 is the one that will be coming out with a profit. And there's something that I'm seeing also. This Bitcoin actually, let's click on the candlesticks, please, of Bitcoin. He's going to click where there's BTC USDT. It will take us to the candlesticks. Even on top, where there's BTC USDT, there's a blue button for candlesticks there, Japanese candlesticks. When he clicks there, we're going to see, okay, this is what is happening, business partners. We're under a 15 minutes time frame. You can see where there's a blue background of 15M. That is 15 minutes time interval for this. That tells us that for any of the green or the red candlesticks you see there, it takes 15 minutes duration for it to open and close. So at the moment you can see we are now at 27 minutes to, so to speak. It's now 7 minutes to 9, which means in 7 minutes time, the current candlestick is going to close and the new one will also open at the same time. So, which is going to be at 21 hours, for instance, 9 p.m. South Africa time. Another candlestick will be opening under the 15 minutes time frame, and that candlestick will close at 15 minutes past 9. Per hour, we have 4 candlesticks under 15 minutes time frame, because an hour has 60 minutes, which is 15 times 4, for instance. And now with that business partners being said, we can see at the moment, according to the 3 lines or bands that we see, there's a top, middle, and bottom lines. Those are Bollinger Bands and is the indicator that we are using. Can you please just slide upwards? Let's quickly go to the dashboard of the indicators just for us to see if what is it that the dashboard is pointing at. Now, it says it's a strong buy. It means the market is bullish. At the moment, the market is continuing to pump, and we can see it also on the candlesticks that at the moment the price is just hovering around an area of overbought, so to speak, according to the Bollinger Bands. So we can also please check under an hourly time frame before we go to a daily time frame. Let's check what happens on the candlesticks of 60 minutes. That is an hourly time frame. It means it takes 60 minutes for these candlesticks to open and close. Always remember, markets move from left to right. So currently, under an hourly time frame, we're looking at the current candlesticks, which is extremely bullish. You can see it's bullish, it's beautiful, and even the dashboard of the indicator here will still be showing us the same. So we are happy. We can see it's bullish. But now, Leader Cyril, with what you are seeing here, but anyway, your account, it's okay. But one might as well actually do what? Close that position because you are here and watching. When it collects profit, because when it hits in 4 hours, in 4 minutes time, this candlestick, there will be a reversal. There will be a correction of this, because you can see it has really pushed at the moment. And let's go to the position. Let's look at the position quickly, please. But it's a pity that we can't actually close it manually when the return rate is negligibly small there, because plus 0.03 is too small, so to speak, although we can see what the market is doing. And wow. And also, business partners, I don't know if there's something you can say there. The robot has been selling also. Can you see that position is no longer 400? 3, am I correct? Yes. Yes, position number, am I correct? Yes, Bitcoin, if someone can remind us, Bitcoin had 400 and something dollars. Currently, position amount on Bitcoin there is 381.74. It has 381. But for us to confirm this, that the robot collected profit, we're going to look at, we can click from the transaction records, and then the robot will tell us exactly what transpired, for instance. So you will click at the top right corner in the blue background there, top right corner, just below the mic, you will see there's an icon to the right of the page. When he clicks there, we'll see transaction records. So we're expecting some sub cells. Yeah, there it is, business partners. We can see that the robot actually sold, and actually it's 3 times actually what we are looking at here. There was, but I wonder, because we know, business partners, position number 6 Position number 6. Can you please click on the top subcell, the one of $60,493.99? Let's check what position that was. It should be 7. Oh, this is 8. What transpired? Wow. Oh, you were holding position number 8. Wow. So position number 8 just came out now. Okay, I just forgot this. Position number 8 just came out, business partners, but it collected 18 cents then. You know, it collected 18 cents. We see a deal amount of 21,17 USDT there. That is position number 8. It collected just 18 cents, which is 0.9% of the profit that was collected there. And now at least we have a view of what happened there. Then it means if this is number 8, then below it, it's position number 9. Position number 9, because there's no buy between these top 3. Yes, business partners, now we can see position number 9 collected 1.02%, and that 1.02% is of it's 21 cents there. 21 cents, and then which means the one of 59,952, the one at the bottom, it should be position number 10. So they came respectively. So, and no buying activity took place here. So the robot was just collecting profits. So this one, and we can see at the bottom, numbers of call margin, we see 10 there. So yeah, small buying amounts, profits collected accordingly, and then the position that is going to come out with good money or better money compared to these smaller positions is that one of position number 6 rather, which is the one of that bought with a multiple buy-in ratio of 25 times. 25 times $12, which is the first buy-in amount. It means is that one of $300. Position number 6 has $300. We're going to show people this on the sub position. So may you please come out of the transaction record now that we have seen that indeed the robot was selling. But even before we do this, let's come out also of this page, sir. Let's come out of this page. We want to show people something very important also from the asset account. Now we click on home at the bottom left, click on home, bottom left, and then now at the top right, below the banner that you will see the asset. Click on asset above more there on the right hand side at the top there. Now here, business partners, look at what we spoke of, that every time when the robot generates some profit for you, even if it's a dollar, for instance, if it's $1, the robot will deduct 2 cents, you know, on the side of gas fee. And this deduction, it's not triggered against your exchange. No, it only occurs on the side of your Royal Q account, which is inside the asset account. So it means now your money is safe. Nobody can make withdrawals against your exchange. You are the only one who has control over what is going in and out of your exchange, and everything that is in your exchange, you are the one who knows. Royal Q does not have all the information of what you do inside your exchange. Royal Q will only dedicate itself to trading what you would have actually set it to trade in terms of the strategy, for instance. Now you can see, business partners, look at the times. You can see the fuel fee on top there. It took place at 29 minutes to 6 and 22 seconds, for instance, or rather 29 minutes to 29 minutes to 9, so to speak. That is 20 hours 31 minutes and then 32 seconds. You can see that that is the latest profit that actually was collected there. That is what we see there. And then also at 27 minutes past, another profit was triggered there. So these are the things that we see. Is just the robot actually doing its activity as it happens like that. So now let's come out of this place. Let's go to daily time frame for Bitcoin. We want to have an idea if we can put more money into Bitcoin or not. So you'll now click on the candlesticks for Bitcoin. Let's go there and check on the daily time frame. We have not done this as yet. So this is some of the things that we'll just be doing. The aim here is when you want to maximize your profits. Now, business partners, look under the daily time frame. You can see that the current candlestick, remember we said market moves from left to right. And now the latest candlestick, it's for today, which is the 21st of August, 2024. You can see that it's bullish, it's green. It means the market is pumping. So it's possible. Currently is $60,847 US. You can check it on top there. That is the price of Bitcoin in South African rands, because leader Cyril is in South Africa. We see 1,085,409 rands and so forth. You see. So now that is price of Bitcoin. 1 unit. If you're to buy 1 Bitcoin, you need to have more than 1,085,000 rands. You know, you're going to be buying a Bitcoin for yourself. But we are not trading with 1 million. We currently are trading with something around, 300 and something dollars. That is what we are trading with at the moment in here. And we can see that literally the market is bullish. So with that being said, it's now actually, let's check a weekly time frame. Let's just take a look at what is happening over 7 days period. What has been happening, and then if we click on 1W, we're going to have a bigger view of weekly activity. Now we're looking at it under weekly activity there, and then leader Cyril, I will make a request that you go in with, say, this is Bitcoin, go in with 600, and then let's collect 1%, you know, and then we're looking at this. We'll do something just now. We'll do something just now. We go in with $600 in Bitcoin, so that if Bitcoin goes to 60, 62, 63, 65 or so, at least you collect maybe 1% of a bigger amount. You know, let's do it, and people will see. I can see this is bullish, and then we will see what happens. Let's go and then put an amount of about 600 or even 900 here. So that when Bitcoin goes to 61, 62 or so, you collect an amount of, let's put it together while others are watching. We're coming out now. We're coming out now of the candlesticks, because we have seen that, okay, there is that bullish momentum. I don't know whether this is, yes. Now, business partners, we are on call number 6. We're on call number 6. Remember, call number 6 has 300 in it. So we are putting another call. And at the moment, leader Cyril, we have $1. Let's collect this dollar, please. Let's collect this dollar. This is still bullish. Click on sell so that we start better. Click on sell. We are selling everything. Click on market price, and then click show. We are collecting that $1, and we're starting the trade. You can always feel free to do this. We know what we are doing in this case. We want to maximize our profits. Now, click on trade setting at the bottom left. Trade setting at the bottom left, and go back to click on return, just to refresh this, so that we start a trade, and then we go and put more money on call number, yes, return, yes, and then activate at the bottom right. We're activating everything. It's business as usual. We create. There we go. We are bullish currently on Bitcoin, and now business partners. This is what we're trying to do. Can you please click on the on transaction record for people to see how much profit we collected with just what we did. This is just scalping. We just want to maximize what we're trying to do. He's going to click at the top right corner again. We go to transaction record, and business partners, you can see he just did this now, and the robot already bought 3 times. You can see buy, 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 buy 3 times. You see, and very soon it's going to be 4 times, because the first 4, and then it's good that we collected this. It means the market was going down. It means the market was going down. It's just as simple as that. And then a new candlestick has been issued, for instance. So now you can see with that manual sell, business partners, we were able to collect 0.3%. People know in terms of scalping, I always encourage people, let it at least be at 0.3%. This is Bitcoin. With some coins, that may not be a good percentage, because you will suffer slippage and you can sell in a loss. And then at the moment, we are happy. We collected $1.12. Can you see that? And then these other smaller amounts, we're collecting 10 cents, 18 cents, and so forth. So this is exactly what transpired with the action that we did. Some money, $1 there was scalped. Actually, it's scalping in this regard. So now we are not done, sir. We need to go now and put 900 that we want to put in, because we're hoping to collect just 1% of it. And then this position is going to enter just now. Now, let's check how many numbers of call margin were taken here. Now we can see that, okay, let's come out of this. Three, it's correct, sir. 2 is correct, because the first buy was for the first buying amount. You know, yeah, it was for the first buying amount. And then the second was for the first call, and the third was for the second call. And this is what transpired. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go to position number 5. Now take a calculator. Let's check how much is 900 going to be, for instance. Oh, look, Bitcoin already is on 61. Oh, we will still get it right, don't worry. You go put 900 divided by 12. 900 divided by 12 is 75. So we're going to have multiple buy-in of 75. Now let's go and place this 75 on margin call number 5. Hopefully it's not taken yet. Okay, let's go and do it now. It's about to go in. We click on trade setting at the bottom left. And then you go to margin configuration. And then you go to number 5, where there's 1 times, you put 75 times. Not 75 times. And then we click show at the bottom. And then we say save. And then we save at the bottom. Yes. So now this is what it is. So it means now 900 will go in at position number 5. And then we want just 1% of that. This is Bitcoin business partners. And it means you are looking by the time when Bitcoin goes to, let me just quickly check. We are on 71,095 at the moment. 71,095. That 1 plus 1%. It's going to be around, I'll give you the figure. This thing, there's a problem here with my, I'm using the laptop calculations. It's giving us 610 more. So if I'm to take 71 and then 3 at the moment plus 1%, it means when Bitcoin is going to be 71,744, you know, the robot is going to collect 1% of 900, you know, 1% of 900, which is going to be around $9, for instance. That is just purely what is happening. And that is how easy one can scalp these markets. We are still bullish on this. You know, even before you see Bitcoin get to 62, 1,000, you would have collected your 1%, and it's up to you if you want to continue scalping according to your margin calls there. This is how easy, honestly speaking. Imagine having the whole day scalping like this with peace of mind. You can maximize your money, and then you can give yourself a break when you collected maybe $200, and then you say, no, I'm okay. Or if you want to do it through margin calls, which is something that I don't recommend as in the beginning, as a person who's a beginner in this, you know, it's because of just the dynamics of trading in this case. So now this is what it is. The market can continue to rally up, rally up, rally up. We've seen on the 15 minutes time frame, business partners, this is what it is. So now I said I was going to share. Let me just quickly share with the 2 minutes that we have, Leader Cyril. As soon as 5 goes in, you'll change the settings back to normal. Back to normal, and then or back to BAU. Okay, quickly, I'm sharing, and then we are also reaching the end of our session. We're left with a minute. Get ready, please. If you have a question, we will do our best to answer accordingly. RoyalQ is a very clean business, transparent. We do everything ourselves. Now, you can look at this particular account. I'm going to revenue details, and then for those who are watching, if you want to check your trading profits, you will come here. You click here. You click here. And then that is revenue details. That is on the home page. You see, revenue details will show you how your trading profits have been. Let's click there and check. Now, here we are. You can see exactly how trading has been. You can see today is still the 21st in South Africa, but in Singapore, they are already on the 22nd. RoyalQ's information is according to Singapore time. So now you can see here on the 21st, this market actually, this account made $29. And you can see averagely BAU $10 on the 17th, but special profits here came in nicely, $232 and so forth. And even though one doesn't have time to maximize profits by scalping or pushing big money at good levels and so forth, trading is still going on. Let's check how much $29 is actually. $29 according to South African rands is around 500 rand. You see, 500 rand was made actually there with ease. And you can see also on the other side that so far the robot made around 180,000 rands there. That is $10, $10,000, 105 and so forth. And now with that, it's just to show you that there is money coming in through and through, and days are not the same. If you are to check here on the 18th, you can see that according to South African rands, that made actually 4,000. 4,000 rands. It's possible in a day that you can make even more. This account, there were times where it will make even more than 20,000 rands in a day. There are times where more than $1,000 is generated by this robot, and that is just to show you that as we were coming into the session, you saw we had less than $1 for the 22nd, which is still for tomorrow. But look at the moment the robot has made this. $1 already is generating for tomorrow. That is to show you that it is possible to make good money with the system. And that is how it is. And in terms of liquidity, there's not much money. If you check at the bottom there, you will see that this particular account does not have much money in terms of liquidity. It has only $1,161 there that is available to continue to trade per adventure. The positions dump, but it's just the utilization of the settings that are there and taking advantage of the falls here and there. So if I have time, or rather when I have time, I will simply maximize this. And even on this account, my commitment is to see another 10,000. This account doubling even within 2 to 3 months, for instance. And it is possible, and it's going to happen. And we're going to witness it because we are entering into September, which is going to be a good month. The last 2 weeks of September are going to give us amazing results in the crypto space. And going into October, November, it's going to be incredible. Those who are looking at December, I'm not that optimistic for December because I've always seen how people get disappointed with crypto assets around Christmas time and so forth. You know, even those who are involved in pyramid schemes, they crash during that time when people are anticipating a very nice Christmas and then markets are not actually celebrating. Markets are sad, bearish, and all those kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, the month we're getting into, September, October, November, this is time to make serious money and watch the space. You might as well see this account double within a space of 2 to 3 months or so. So yeah, that's it. That is just to show you that there is money in trading. A lot happens. If you were to check on this $1 that has been generated, we see the coins that are coming in. YFI, we see SLP, we see BAKE. These are only 3 coins trading on this account. And you can see there is activity. Smaller amounts that are coming in there, but they accumulate into something big. So thank you so much, business partners, for today, being the 21st of August 2024. It's now 19 minutes past 21 hours. And it is just as simple as that. Trading has actually been simplified with the execution platform of RoyalQ, where everything is triggered for you in real time by this tool of artificial intelligence. So yeah, inform other people. Tomorrow we are connecting those people that we like to share this opportunity with, you know, for them to come, and we welcome everybody in our meetings, even those who are not trading or those who are not members or subscribers of RoyalQ as yet. We welcome them to our meetings so that they can learn how to trade cryptocurrencies for themselves, whether it be Bitcoin or Ether of Ethereum or XRP, Solana, Cardano, and so forth. They will be trading these things for themselves without any risk of losing their own crypto assets. Enough actually with sending money to third parties with hopes that they will be trading for you, only to find that they run away with all the money and they shut down their websites and people lose it all. So today remains in your own exchange and you are in control of everything that is taking place. So thank you so much, business partners, for tonight. We stop the recording and we may still take a Q&A